Ready?
Yeah, let's get it.
Regulus
Yep.
and Satrix.
I'm ready to go.
Okay. Just because, that should be fine. We're recapping last session as well, so we don't need to do multiple session recaps. After all, the last session, both Satrix and Nathaniel were here, so we started back at the Hag's lair. So if somebody would like to do a quick recap of what transpired, that would be much appreciated. Go for it, Jeffers.
Sure. Well, we all wrapped up with Nathaniel touching Miss Hilda, and she withered into a little raisin. At which point, Jethris was very worried about an invisible creature, but I guess it wasn't that worrisome. I don't actually know anything about them. So we walked downstairs after much deliberation and earthquaking boom from downstairs that apparently it went and just gone and disappeared. But we went down there and saw a ritual circle, right here. That we looked at, and it seemed like something of a magic circle that was for containment, or possibly protection. And a rock over here. A really cool rock. A moonstone, if you will. Much talk was gone over with the moonstone of its religious significance. But eventually Jethris wore everyone down with his constant begging and was able to take it for himself. Afterwards, I think Judas went and picked some mushrooms. I think only one was profitable, though, unfortunately. And while everyone rested downstairs and looked over the arcane circle, Jethris and Judas journeyed upstairs to check out the grounds and see if anything was about that was useful to be in the future. Jethris going upstairs and Judas going to crack the finger off of a hag, getting a spell storing ring of haggish ability. Jethris going upstairs to check out just the notes in the area and look at certain items that were on the ground, and he ended up finding alchemical ingredients or recipes that I actually forgot about giving to Nate, so we'll do that this session. But he also found, I believe, a quarterstaff of magical potency, a lantern that had a soul trapped in it, and what was the last thing? I'm blanking. Sorry, guys. A fey mirror. A fey mirror. A small mirror that would allow us to get some sort of historical accuracy on a creature if need be, or item, I guess. So we went downstairs, showed everyone our goodie bag after Judas slaughtered the thing because Jethris was spooked by it. And yeah, we waited around while Shatrix went down and got Goel. Oh no, what did I do? Okay. Well, Shatrix went down and got Goel and brought Goel back up, explaining that we had defeated the hag and gave the Hobgobbies a hag head. So, yeah. We finished that up and got Goel caught up, sort of. We didn't really explain much, but what's there to explain at this point? And I believe that's when Zeke was checking out where this thing was that was down here that the hag warned us about and apparently smashed through a wall. Seeing no trace of it once it broke outside the stone walls here. Yeah. And we went to walk down the mountain, potentially to, fix whatever time shit is happening. We got stuck because we're not very good, I guess, at using directions. So we had to have Goel lead us down. And yeah, eventually at some point, we had these Whistler guys show up again. And they seemed very intent on whistling at Jethris, which wasn't very nice. And intent on taking his precious rock away, which wasn't very great either. Eventually, they stole the rock from him and almost threw it off a waterfall over here. But luckily, Goel, the brave and powerful, stopped that from happening while we finished the rest of them off. And we got our good old rock back. And we decided, well, we need a place to sleep that's safe from whistlers. So maybe we should go back to the Hobgob camp and see what's if they'd like to keep us safe for at least one night because of what we did, which they agreed to on the premise of Regulus's convincing. Regulus had some an important personal conversation with Zeke about his spell effect having summoned a facsimile of him, which was slightly concerning. How his spell only summons dead things. Lots of talk of time travel. Possibly Jethris's moonstone being needed to unravel whatever paradox sent us back here. And Jethris went to he gave Goel his jug and went to go inside because he thought that's probably the safest place that he could put himself for the party, considering that everything's after what he's carrying. Unfortunately, my theory, Jethris's pact hadn't been made yet, and he jumped into his jug before it should exist, and is now in space, maybe, and is accompanied by a creepy banshee-like woman, and thoughts of greed that slowly apparated. That's where I'm at right now.
And indeed, as Jeffries, you were standing towards there, you see all of the energy that suffuses this place, this area, start coming into existence as they take a shape and form of a weird creature. A creature whose, though its body and structure looks somewhat humanoid, and by the long hair one might even suggest feminine looking, the appearance itself is aberrant, horrid, and for sure troubling. The creature appears, and from its eyes, this gape hole that exists there, and its maw, you can see light, shimmering light, seems to appear from there, radiate and illuminate around the area. As it starts to grow and glow even more potent.
Mm-hmm.
Make me a wisdom save, Jethris.
Will.
As you stand towards death, the light that comes out of that creature is so intense that you almost lose sight of it. Your eyes will soon adjust. We're not on initiative 10s or anything like that right now, so no need reroll me that again or keep at it. As your eyes slowly manage to adjust, yet even when they once they do so, you will notice that the child, this creature, this being, has come closer towards you and is keeping an eye on you, inspecting you.
Mm. Jethros just keeps incredibly still. Evening, ma'am.
The creature opens its maw, but an aberrant chant comes out of it, words that have no meaning and sounds that should not be heard by anyone come out of it. Like a screech, it sounds at first, and then it almost feels like a roar. You're not entirely sure what sound it is that the creature is making, but for sure it is troubling.
Okay. Jethros would like to try and cast Sanctuary on himself right now, if that's possible.
Go for it.
It's very apparent because it's verbal, somatic, and material.
The creature looks towards you and stops for a moment, still with light around it, as it keeps an eye towards you.
Just want to be safe here. I seem to have stumbled into your home a bit. I think there was a misunderstanding.
The creature looks towards you and tries to touch you, grapple you technically, that is, as I will make one against the an attempt towards a save. You do notice that the creature, not necessarily with hostile intentions, but definitely aggressive ones, tries to get a hold of you as the light tracks it back and it looks at its hand as your magic prevails and stops it from doing so. Make me an insight check, Jethros.
I will. Gotcha.
Your gut does not know what to suggest. This is as aberrant as an encounter as it comes, and you are stranded here by yourself.
Okay.
If the creature is trying to, or means good, or if it is trying to harm you, you are not entirely certain.
All right. Well,
It certainly is aggressive, but go ahead.
It seemed aggressive, but it didn't seem to attack. I don't. So let's just try one more thing before we leave. Jethros will cast light on himself, and then reach out a hand to shake, without saying anything.
Make me a persuasion check, Jeffers. Given that, not a persuasion, sorry, this is a, I'll assume, not so sure if it's a persuasion or a performance, more so body language, so I'll go with performance.
All right.
The creature looks towards you, and as you use light with your hand, it slowly puts its hand onto the other side. Its extended limbs, fingers, and ends seem to be slightly bigger than yours, even though in structure it doesn't seem as tall as you. The hands for sure are, and to the extent the fingers and the palm. As you touch, you can feel an unearthly burning sensation, as if the creature's mere touch can scorch your skin.
Hmm. So the hand is just next to my hand. It hasn't grasped yet.
No, but it emanates a hit as it is comparing from what it seems.
You know, I guess I'll grasp its hand to shake.
As you turn and touch the creature's hand, you feel a burning sensation emitting and burning your hand. Roll me to D10.
Alrighty. Oh.
Flames wreath and scorch your hand for 12 points of fire damage as you put a touch and grasp the hand of the creature. You can make me also a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
You are able, however, to maintain, if you wish, the grip, similar to the hit metal ability. You do take the fire damage as you hold hands, but you are able, if you wish, to keep holding there. Firm your grip. It is entirely up to you.
Yeah, we'll try it one more time. We'll keep holding, but if I can, I'd like to try and cast a bit of a cure wounds on myself. Could I do that?
Sure, go for it. As you hold hands at that moment and you feel the scorch of burning fire, you use a little bit of energy to augment the creature next towards you as it holds your hand, looks angered, annoyed, baffled, or confused. Something amongst those lines. As slowly its eyes even glow with even more potency. And from the magic that appears around here, you see it slowly taking form. Make me an Arcana check, Jeffers.
Okay.
You understand as the creature is using a major image, shifting the whole area around it, creating something that simply put your mind entirely cannot comprehend. You're not entirely certain what you see. You understand, however, that it is an illusion. That you do know as basically it seems more so as if it is showing you some eerie light, something that brings nearly tears to your eyes as you look towards it, as baffling as it is. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
All right.
Roll me D100 now. And that is for me. Jethros, as you lose all consciousness, you will once again awake here for a second. As your eyes open, you see the creature in front of you disappearing, fleeting. You are not sure, but instead the jag has expelled you out from that place. For now, you do not have your senses. I will turn to the others. As for the rest of the group, The moment Jethros goes in, a few moments by as you stand around there, the jug glows with energy and reshummons the lizard folk. So the lizard folk appears to be stunned. His eyes and gaze do reflect that of those that have seen something hidden, something obscured, for potentially good reason.
Regulus gets up. Jethros?
He does not seem to be able to respond.
Regulus is gonna look him over. Nathaniel, do you have any idea what's going on?
No, we've been in there before. It's not like it's dangerous. Do you think maybe some kind of enemy or something has found its way into Jethrus's jug?
I don't know. We haven't gone in there during the time we've gone back.
Maybe the magic of the jug failed somehow?
I mean, I don't know how it fully works, but like the being that might allow. Do we know at this point? Do we know Jethros has a warlock with that jug or no?
I think you know that he has an associate that he works with. That's the extent that he's really talked about it, because no one's really asked.
Right. So we don't know. That's a gift of a patron.
I think actually maybe Shatrix knows, because he talked about getting some sort of power from them.
Yeah, we talked about it. I mean, he just looks stunned, but he doesn't look like he's in pain or otherwise hurting, right?
Not really. You can roll me a medicine check if you want, or anyone versed in medicine.
I don't think I'm skilled, but I'll check.
A few eyebrows are raised by the hobgoblins as they turn and look towards you, not hostile or anything of that kind, more so trying to comprehend what is going on your side.
Yeah, definitely no medicine proficiency.
You can still roll unskilled, just saying that somebody with a proficiency can potentially get a better result here.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes, go ahead. We can hear you.
So, Jethros came out of the lamp and he's looking bad?
Incapacitated, stunned.
Okay. Goal is gonna say.
Let me take a look.
Now, Goel, I know what happened. Sorry?
Go ahead.
Oh, Regulus will just say, now, Goel, I know what you tend to try to do, but please don't slap Jethros.
No. There are a few poisons and natural effects that I've seen. This might be one of them. If it's not something of nature, then I don't think I can help him.
Goal's gonna try and attempt to take a look at his eyes, his reaction, if he has a rash or something. What type of
You can roll me medicine again. As I said to Satrix and Nathaniel, with there, indeed, he does not seem to have anything on his body that would indicate any sort of trauma, any suffering, any wounds, anything like that, more recent than the ones inflicted prior by the creatures. In similar fashion, you, Goel, as well, you can tell that Jethro doesn't seem to carry any new scars or anything like that. It also feels as if his mind has been exhausted, strained.
I cannot discern anything.
Maybe if we
Maybe
let
it's
him
magic.
rest.
Well, there's one thing that I can try. You get him boost to Jeffers, and you see him cut his hand. Pull his blade slightly out, and he cuts his hand on the blade. And he moves to Jeffers, and he drops a few droplets of blood on his mouth. Almost like he's giving him a drink. And I'll cast Lesson Restoration on him.
Judas, this actually works and usually doesn't cure stun, but this is an effect of madness, and you can tell that by now as you're using your magic on Jethros, that something has strained his mind beyond the reasonable, beyond the logical, and you're able to cure him of that, or at least ease him back as Jethros, your eyes slowly open and you see your friends and allies around you.
And as that happens, she just kind of looks at Regulus and says, "See, blood good."
Right. Well, I could have done that if I knew what was going on, but I would have had to have waited an hour before that happened. At least you fixed him before he got any worse. Jesus, are you alright?
Jethris pats himself down to see if he's okay. Yeah, I'm okay.
What happened?
I don't know. I was just going in to see Umash and nothing was there. My pillow wasn't there. There wasn't a table. I didn't see any of our stuff, and it was just space. And something came up to me.
Right. Just take it slow, Jethris.
He tried to show me something. I can't understand it.
Was it a vision or like an object that it tried to show you?
It was just a light.
A light.
Too bright to even. It was impossibly bright. It was an illusion, but still it was. I don't know. I tried to communicate with it. I touched its hand and it burned me.
Right. You mentioned an Umash? Is that...
That's my partner.
Was he there?
No.
He's the one who gave you the jug, right? I assume?
No, he didn't. This is from my family, but when I started traveling, I started getting words from him. And he told me that the jug could give me a lot of things and keep my family well endowed while I was at college.
Kazan, you said when... Oh, sorry.
There you go.
You said when we inspected Jethris, we didn't see any fresh wounds on him, right? So these burns that he's talking about, the burns he's talking about, we didn't see any on his hands?
Nothing like that. It doesn't seem to exist. Nothing like that. Maybe, you know what, because I forgot it when you rolled the medicine check, it actually makes sense. You would notice them. So, sorry for calling that, but indeed, Nathaniel, you will notice the burn scorch mark on his hands.
Okay, all right.
Are they like humanoid hand shaped?
It is of some sort of humanoid, you can possibly assume, as if he joined hands with something, but to that extent, you cannot clearly see their shape or texture because they are not a perfect fit, and they were more so grasping, not just touching hands and comparing.
Okay. Maybe somehow this time has messed with your partner.
Guess it has been a couple 100 years. I don't know how long he's been around. I don't know. Oh, I just want to. You know, he likes rocks, so I wanted to see if he'd like this one. And saying that, Jethris will realize and he'll start patting himself down. Does he still have the moonstone?
You look around, and with a quick search, you don't seem to be able to locate the moonstone.
Jethris is going to go into a frenzy and start looking around, like, the area that he was, and looking under barrels and trying to find it.
Make me a perception check.
Okay.
You take a quick look around, and you will spot the moonstone somewhere below the hobgoblin supplies, though it does not seem that it was left there.
Sorry, come again?
It doesn't seem like it was left there by the hobgoblins in a way. It more so seems to be stacked on multiple of those. Some barrels are even resting nearly on top of it, stacks and whatnot. It doesn't seem that it was put recently there.
Okay. And what, it's not near us. It's like, okay.
Over here. As, however, you are doing it a little bit frantically, trying to look around, as one of the hobgoblins over here will take a step forward with shield extended and blade at hand, will not try to intimidate you, more so to put you back in line as you are unsettling the camp, as it seems to suggest.
Jethris is gonna look at the moonstone and point at it and say, "That's mine."
Hobgoblin will turn and look towards it. It will move towards there and will start speaking in Hobgoblin, in Goblinoid, yelling out a little bit as a few hobgoblins from around the area will amass and start inspecting the moonstone.
What's the Jethris's expression of the moment? Body language.
Right now that he's not getting his rock back immediately, he's being super pissed.
Jethris, don't do anything too rash. We do not have the resources to handle a bunch of pissed off hobgoblins. I know, but gotta be careful with this. If you express how much you want it, then they might just take it away. They seem oddly vindictive towards us, regardless of what we do. So, does it look like the hobgoblins are like picking it up or touching it, or?
For sure, they are inspecting it, and you can clearly see that the one that seems more of the scholarly, more of the arcane trained, is the one that kind of has it under his hand, theorizes, speaks with the others. The hobgoblins have a master around it, and they do not seem brutal. After all, hobgoblins, though they have brutish and the ways of a fighter, they are highly intelligent.
Regulus is gonna sort of squeeze in between Joel and Jethros here, which isn't very hard. He's very skinny. And he'll speak up. Excuse me, sorry to interrupt your conversation, but that is very important to friend here. It must have gotten misplaced when we set up camp.
The hobgoblin devastator that seems to stand there, the arcanely trained one, with his hands towards that, he will turn and look towards you. This magical foci, potent object. What were you doing with it? Where did you find it?
We took it out of that hack's basement. I was gonna take it to help my family. They need money. Need to pay people back. We need it.
This is strange object. I will have to bring it to the captain and the warlords. You wait here.
I want to go with you if you're going to do that.
The hobgoblin turns and rudely but loudly as well, asserting its position, will yell out, "Stay!"
It is not leaving my sight.
Yes, Chris?
They're going to take it.
Not taking it. We're still in the same camp.
The gaze lingers a little bit from the hobgoblin towards Jethros and from Jethros back to the hobgoblin. The hobgoblin will turn around to one of its own, ask him to come forward, give it the sphere, and start moving forward, forcing the other hobgoblin to carry it. Hobgoblins quickly go back to their errands and to what they were doing, though for sure you can see that there is some sort of uncertainty. Everywhere around the encampment, there are hushed whispers in the language of the goblins that you do not understand, but for sure can assume it is a safe assumption to say that it has to do with this. The head of the hag rests on a spike at the entrance of the hobgoblins by now.
Poor Haggy.
Are we going to
Go ahead, girl. Sorry.
Are we going to let them do this to us? They are nothing but weaklings.
Well,
I'm
this
well
isn't not.
rested.
This is not a matter of. There's, only a few of us, a whole camp, and you might be rested, but we use a lot of our abilities, or I have at the very least. Jethris isn't looking too great, especially after whatever happened in his dream. And the bottle, jug. I don't know how Chatrix and Nathaniel are on spells, but we can't handle an assault on them right now. And we probably can't even barely move from the spot without them taking it as a hostile action.
So we've placed ourselves as their prisoners now.
No. Well, we were supposed to just stay here for the night. It seems odd, though. Jethris took the stone into the jug and ended up out here, and quite a distance away from us.
I don't know anything about any of this magic, but all I know is our chances here are not very good. If we just stay, or if we let our guard down against these creatures. They're not friendly.
Oh, you can see that easily. Just cover me from sight for a moment. If you give me 10 minutes, I can summon Zafira, and I can send her in to look.
You can all rest. I'll keep watch. You do not need to rest. We may need to break free.
I'm still going to take the 10 minutes anyway, if we're choosing to long rest, and then summon Vera.
From the in between this, right before you summon Zephyra, the two hobgoblins will come out of the building, though the stone does not seem to be in their possession, and march towards you. As the hobgoblin stands over there, the other one will move up forward, grab from its satchel a potion, and will look around and throw it towards Nathaniel. This was taken from you earlier. Now we return it. The stone will remain for further inspection to our kin, and then we shall return it.
Nathaniel just kind of nods and it kind of like inclines his head, but doesn't say anything. Just kind of looks back at him.
How long?
It's the comprehended languages potion, Nathaniel, that I think somebody took from you, right? A potion of comprehension, something like that.
I think it was a potion of comprehend languages.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Jeffries.
How long?
The hobgoblin with its hand on the staff with a firm grip on it says, as long as it needs. By morning, hopefully we'll be done with this cursed diet.
Jethers just huffs and sits next to a barrel.
Soon enough, you will be able to summon Zephyra, Regulus.
Ready? As she gets summoned, I'm gonna get her to go invisible. And then if she goes invisible, can she turn into one of her other shapes and still maintain concentration on that?
Come again, Regulus, sorry?
If she transforms into one of her other forms, can she still maintain concentration on invisibility?
I don't remember how it works. Give me a second. Transform. Yeah, it should be able to do so.
Alright, well, she will, just for ease of use, turn into a little pigeon. Or dove, I should say. And, will then turn invisible. And she will make her way over in that direction. Actually, I probably should check to see if the imp has better stealth than... Although I don't think it matters, does it? I think they just have different speeds.
Yeah, that is correct.
Right, so she still maintains her stats. So, yep, she's going to fly over up here. And so the building was this one, right?
Yes, this seems more like a small storage.
That was spooky. Does this building seem to have this is going on inside Jethris's head right now as he stares at this building? Is there any windows?
There are some gaps in between the structure and the roof, and the wooden planks. There is there is refreshed air and whatnot. Make me a stealth and a perception check for Zephyra.
Stealth has an advantage because she's invisible, right?
Stealth is only for sound right now, so a normal stealth, but it is not figuring Zephyra out does not mean that Zephyra is found and destroyed in an instant.
Okay. Stealth. I'm gonna instant that. Better.
And roll me a perception check.
Perception, not one of her good points, so she will just roll in a wisdom.
With advantage, if you may, so reroll that again, given that you rolled quite an adequate stealth enough to be able to avoid the gaze and the interest of the wyvern. But the 7.
Okay, I'll use an inspiration from the...
Go for it.
Oh, right, man, doing a great job here. I don't suppose I can use any of my sorcery abilities to fix that.
Sadly, no.
Oh, she's not attached to me? I can't do the meta magic thing, like the sorcery point?
No, because it is not when you make, she made.
But what if I'm looking through her eyes?
That's a whole other thing. But Zephyra moves towards there and keeps an eye to the vicinity. She doesn't seem to have great sight from where to be if she needs to remain safe. But at the very least, Zephyra can see that some of the hobgoblins have amassed themselves around the sphere and stand in there in the back of the room. Their warlord, their captain, and a couple of their casters, that is. They seem to be inspecting and speaking amongst themselves.
Did they already drink that potion of comprehension?
It was returned to Nathaniel.
Oh, Daniel, did I potentially drink that potion?
Oh, sure. Here you go. I hand it right to you.
I drink it. What does it taste like? Probably not, not great.
I leave Nathaniel to decide the taste of his alchemical brewings. I'm not going to be in charge of that.
Yeah, you know, that potion of comprehension probably tastes a little bit like, maybe like a little bit metallic, but it also it gives you kind of like a mental clarity or sharpness as you drink it, kind of like a strong stimulant, but without giving you too much of jitteriness.
Like he needs more of that. Regulus kind of like gulps it down and just kind of like goes, right, that's interesting. And I will then listen through Zephyra so that I can understand the languages that she is hearing. If they're saying anything interesting.
They are speaking out in amongst themselves, and you will get scarce phrases and without much context words in here and there, as the hobgoblins suggest that it is unsafe, it is dangerous, it carries magic but can be wielded, can be used. We should part with it. We should inspect. Are among the lines. From what you gather, at the very least, from those conversations, they don't seem much inclined into keeping it, but for sure they seem very much intended and hell-bent on studying first.
They don't seem to be. They just seem to be speaking of warnings about this item. Maybe they are. Maybe there's some merit in listening to what they do say.
Oh, I'm sure.
If the item is cursed, that could explain why you had such a mishap with your jug. Maybe that was the rocks doing, not Umesh or whomever. Because my abilities are fine and somewhat unaltered. I can still use Zephyra, and I haven't. Well, this is long before I've even made a deal, let alone my parents even being around. So maybe that was the reason why your jug malfunctioned like that? It also could be the fact that we're 500 or something years in the past, but
maybe. I don't know.
Jethris, just you seem a bit more on edge about this rock than any other rock.
It's different than anything I've ever seen. Well, the closest thing to it I've seen is the periapt that he gave me when I started this journey with him. I thought maybe this would go a long way in paying him back for what he gave my family. I don't know.
What
Right.
did he give your family?
That's Well, that's how I got into college. We didn't have much. We were, we're lizard folk. Barbaric in people's eyes. So, well, my family had a lot invested in him and agreed that he would pay me through and take care of them while he'd make sure that they didn't go without food or without anything when they went all in to send me off to be a bard.
And you pay him back with gemstones?
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've gotten that quartz lumps. They're sitting in there when I see them next. Yeah, and a couple spinels, rubies and stuff, and he takes them and it goes towards paying off the little debt I've accrued when going off, and it's gonna settle us out and make us contributing members of a society. And what we say.
Is he charging you interest?
No. He's a fair man. I've been working with him for a while. But, I told you, Nate, it's very expensive. College is.
I do remember our conversation about student debt. Okay. Well, if pretty rocks are what you need, I'm sure we'll be able to find you some.
Yeah, that's all I need. That's what I got. That's why I just thought something so potent you'd like that. And I really don't want these people to take it.
It might be more trouble than it's worth, but we'll see what we can do. I have no doubt we'll find lots of pretty gems in the future.
Yeah, and hopefully he likes the jewelry we've been making. Thank you for that.
Well, you're welcome. I mean, I want to help you out, just... This gem seems concerning. I'm not sure if it's a great idea to keep carrying it around, but I'm also not sure if it's great to let the hobgoblins have it.
Well, I just thought if it's in UoFH's hands, that goes towards my debt, and it takes it off the board for us, so... We don't have those whistlers running around after us, and... Yeah.
I mean, but the whistlers aren't from UoFH.
No. But if...
It must be attracted to that moonstone, then.
Yeah, so if UoFH has it, then... They won't be after us anymore. And UoFH, he can take care of those. He's a very strong man. Yeah, I ramble. You guys should probably get some sleep.
You should too. Wake up and find out exactly what's going on here, and then we'll think of something to move forward. But either way, whether we get it back or not, I mean, we're gonna help you. So don't worry too much.
All right. Thank you. just sits up against a barrel.
Here, try some of this weird hobgoblin food.
I don't know.
I hand you this. It's like this nasty piece of meat.
I think Judas filled me up pretty well. Judas, do you like eat a lot of like potatoes or something? Like, your blood's nice, but like, I think you could like lay back on the starch maybe.
Yeah, I know. Lizards. For some reason, they taste funny. Licks his teeth.
I guess I'll gobble down the hobgoblin meat.
Zafira reappears on the barrel.
The night continues to go, for the time being at the very least. An hour passes, uneventful. It seems like a safe bet that though the hobgoblins are keeping an eye to it, they barely keep some attention towards you, more so here and there, sometimes keeping an eye on you just to see if you're there, if you've fallen asleep. Not in any sort of suspicious way. They're not doing it as stealthily or any sort of that, more so just keeping an eye and a dab on you. Not as if they are up to something. But for sure, the exhaustion of the day and the nearly starful sky does slowly wear down each and every one of you. Soon enough, you will be in need of sleeping, as I'll assume you'll be resting here. After all, this was the plan of going to the Hobgoblin camp.
Think so.
Definitely now.
I think Goel's taking a watch or an extended watch.
At a certain moment, Goel, make me a perception check. Later on, after everybody is unconscious, sleeping, or drowsy. Goel, you there? I cannot hear you if you're here. I'll assume that he's in be right back mode. Your rest continues. Truly uneventful. Some jittering, maybe from Jeffers, as he seems, at the very least, preoccupied with thoughts in regards to the gemstone, and separation is kicking some sort of soft withdrawal to an extent, one could say. If I remember correctly, at the end of a long rest, Jethros, you do take a small penalty. A D10 point of your maximum hit points.
Yeah. Am I taking a long rest or a short rest?
That is actually correct. Does it need to... Give me a second.
Either way, I'll roll it.
No, you have to finish a long rest first, so I guess you can... A short rest as you have a restless night is the, at best, one might be able to describe.
Okay.
As you await and rest in there. When you open your eyes, you will hear loud screams. Goel is yelling out each and everyone's name. Goel, you're back.
Yeah, I was on a phone call. Sorry.
No worries, no worries. As everyone fell asleep, you stayed and kept watch. Uneventful, nothing transpired. You tried your best as well. You are, after all, heavily rested, but as if some magical influence that sadly you are unable to resist. You black out for a mere amount of seconds, and when you wake up, you are all alone on those mountains. Starting quickly to look for the rest, you make me a survival check, girl. Quickly, you check to see if some sort of lycanthropy was that led you towards here, that forced you to scatter if something went wrong. But there are no trail. There's nothing that indicates that you moved here. More so that you find yourself in here. There's no trail. Nowhere seems to have been gone. You were only potentially lost your senses for a single minute. Yet, in midst of all that, you felt like a bigger amount of time just passed by. You start looking around. Each and everyone soon will hear Goel's screams and roars as he's trying to see if anyone is out there. Jeffrus, Judas, Regulus, Zeke, Satrix, and Nathaniel as well. You will all find yourselves scattered around. You might be able to perceive or spot someone of your allies into the distance in some other place, but they're erratically spread around the mountain. A few sounds here and there, some elaborate magical effects being used in order to attract attention from everyone's allies, and you will start meeting up at the center of all this. Go ahead, Jeffress, I cut you off.
Did I see what happened at all?
Nothing. You as well might have dozed even for a moment or two.
Alright. Jethers will shoot sparks in the air with prestidigitation to show where he is and start walking.
Springtime, it seems, the season around you, as well as Goel. You, with survival, you can tell that the atmosphere is rather more warm than it was the night prior.
Did we get a long rest?
You do.
On our way back to kind of meet up with each other, if I look around, do I see any ruins of any buildings that might resemble the monastery?
Make me a perception check, Cedric.
Okay.
From where you stand, you can see into the distance where the monastery is, or should be. You can see some ruins in there. You don't have a great field of view, but you do see some debris around the area.
Okay. As we all kind of get closer together, I'll just kind of point in that direction and say, I think that might be what's left of the monastery. I mean, it's hard to say exactly when we are.
Well, that's what hobgoblins are, right?
I don't think so.
Just to make certain, Cedric, you probably missed that session. The place where the hobgoblins were, the group was able to deem that this was the place where the monastery was built on prior or after, but there were ruins back then as well.
Okay. I guess as amended to a maybe. Maybe they're still there. I Didn't. It's hard to tell. We're pretty far away, but it looks like the right shape.
Are they fucking drag us out of camp or something?
I don't think whatever it is that's going on. I don't think it's over. But maybe if we go look, we might at least have a clue as to when we are.
Jethro starts walking.
You continue making your way towards the monastery. Nathaniel, and based on that perception matrix, you will notice that as well. First, it is you, Nathaniel, that notice. When at a certain point you start trying to pick up the trail once again and move around, it seems toward you as if your eyes are playing tricks or your mind is playing tricks on you. As you look towards the clouds into the distance, for a moment it felt like the blue sky turned into a crimson purple darker shade, as if a hole was bridging in, was wreathing around, creating itself in the air, and then disappearing once again, like a bubble that bursted in there and then sucked its own existence right back. More so as if you saw flickering lights or a dark shadow into the distance, but you for sure feel like it carried a little bit more than just the standard hallucination. It felt like something more.
That's odd. Did
In
anyone
similar fashion, Shatrix, at a certain point, you will as well notice that the moment you were looking for the monastery again towards the ruins as well, you might notice something like that into the distance, onto the sky, maybe on some part of the cliff side, not necessarily into the air.
That's strange. Have you ever seen anything like that?
No, not really. No. I'm trying to think if I've read about them or come across something like that in my studies, but I don't think I have.
What's up?
I mean, the sky, look at it.
Jethro looks at the sky.
Looks normal as a spring day.
He shrugs.
None of you
Does everybody
see
know?
the blues and the purples?
What? Can Jethers try and see past the illusion, if it is one?
Don't make me an investigation check, because a success or not success, whatever you roll, will get the exact same answer, as it doesn't seem to be something in the distance. Maybe if it was some sort of phenomenon, some sort of otherworldly influence, it was for a split second that it transpired and it was visible, and you probably missed it like a shooting star.
No.
The baying of a mule and a donkey can be heard in the distance.
Is that? It couldn't be. Is that Gary? Gary! I start running towards it.
Is it in the direction of the camp? Or where the camp should be?
Towards there, as it is the only path, as Nathaniel starts moving up forward, looking for his faithful steed and companion. Jethro follows behind, as the rest of the group shall accompany them. However, soon enough, you are met with a rather poor sight, a grim one. There are truly a couple of mules, monastic beasts of burden, those that are, probably. as stranded upon them seems to be one of the monks. At the very least, a body of a monk that seems stuck on top of the wares of those creatures. Both animals seem to be rushing ahead.
Regulus also, just saying, but Regulus would have casted Gift of Alacrity on himself and Zeke once again. Start of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use my speak with animals to talk to these donkeys and try to calm them down?
For sure. Make me an animal handling check.
Oof. Do I have an insp?
The animal, just to make certain, the animal handling is for a different thing rather than just speaking for them. The speak with animals will allow you to do that. That's for different sort of information. So
Oh,
I
okay.
don't need you on with
Yeah,
us.
but like, such a terrible roll.
It is a terrible role. That's another thing. As the mules move towards you, you're not entirely certain what is on with them. You put your hands as they seem to try and move past you. It is easy to block their path as mules as they are, but they do not seem to cooperate at first as you put a firmer approach towards them, and the mules are forced to stop.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down.
The mules continue to bay in despair. Goel, you can tell that those creatures are fleeing for their lives, are frightened. They're trying to move away, leave from there. This is via the speak with animals.
You are safe here. What are you running away from?
The cacophony of the baying sounds continues, both mules baying on top of one another and making a constant noise that it is unpleasant to say the very least to be heard. As Goel, you understand that they convey something along the lines of big beast, big creature.
I'm gonna let them go.
Unless anyone can calm these animals down. I did not. I was not able to do so. It seems to be running away from a big monster. This is not a donkey.
Sorry. Is the monk conscious? Or unconscious?
As you look towards there, the monk on top of one of the mules seems to be either asleep or heavily injured, incapacitated, and otherwise unconscious.
Can I check with medicine?
Sure. I'll assume not survival, but you have a same with medicine,
it's
plus 5.
it's the same.
There is something odd. The monk, as you turn towards them, you look at her, and she seems that she's covered with blood everywhere around. Her eyes, her ears, mouth, her body feels charred, some sort of grey, acidic texture.
Goel is gonna pick her up from the donkey with one hand and do a cure wounds, holding her up in the air.
The mules continue to move forward from there just to double check if somebody would like to stop them or let them go. We are not gonna this is part of those mules. Excellent. As
I mean, I would like to stop them.
go for it.
What's in their packs?
Make me an animal handling first, Nathaniel. See if those creatures
Okay.
are able to be stopped. Or calmed at the very least.
I think it might be worth looking in their packs to see if there are any clues as to who they were, their masters were, where they were going, what they were doing. I kind of say to everybody, hoping that they'll help me stop the donkey.
Sure.
Here, I'll give you guidance.
Jethers will say, just try not to reach towards their legs, and they might kick you, and they'll give you bardic.
Roll me the d4 from guidance. If you choose to use bardic as well, that is entirely up to you, Nathaniel.
17. I think a 17 probably pretty good for calming some donkeys. I'll hold on to the bardic.
And well, indeed, your training, or at the very least the bond you shared with Gary, does help you to know the right spots where to how to calm a beast like that. That only is on the first one. The other one, oh my god, will actually slam you with its hooves for a total of 4 points of bludgeoning damage before it gets calmed.
Ouch. But I'm able to stop the one. I probably would go for both. Okay.
You stop both, but one of them lashes out towards you before you're able to
Got it.
calm it.
Okay. All right. I think I'd probably ask Jethris if he'd like to investigate the saddlebags and see if there's anything in there.
Sure. Yeah, definitely.
Maybe I can assist.
Yeah, Jethris walks up and looks through the pack. He's not really motivated, trying to get through.
Jethris, make me an investigation check.
Alright.
Coel, he puts a little bit of healing down towards the woman in front of you. She does strike you as familiar a bit. As I'll get to Jethris to your investigation, as you do remember seeing her among the monks of the monastery, as you use a little bit of healing, and though the wounds are a little bit mended, she's not fully. She's not able to communicate greatly right now. She slowly appears to be gaining her sight. She seems that she has suffered a lot of damage. However, still, did you use it 3 times, Goel, or only once, just to make sense? I say 3 rolls. In regards to the cure wounds. Goel?
Sorry?
Did you use cure wounds 3 times or only once? Because I hear it 3 times in the chat.
It's only once, but it wouldn't roll, so I keep
Okay.
it.
I see. Okay, makes sense.
Delay.
As you use a little bit of magic and slowly her eyes start to open as Jethris, you move around those mules and keep an eye towards them as you look around, and it seems that if the mules were carrying a lot of traveling supplies, barrels filled with water and other sort of rations and whatnot, as based on the quality and the items in there, you can tell that they were on the way potentially to the monastery. Somebody went for a supply round.
Looks like a delivery. I think this fella probably encountered something while he went up there. Got the fuck out of there.
Excuse me, pardon me, coming through. Excuse me, pardon me. And Gregos will move his way up.
Watch out for the hooves. Got Nate.
He looks over the edge of the cliff and goes, just an idea. I'm not sure if this is something that we can really find out about. But you think there's any possibility we could check some of the items on them and see maybe if we've just been transported to another time?
Maybe, but whatever this guy encountered is still up there and could be doing whatever the fuck it's doing to whoever this guy was delivering to. Right?
Could be possible.
We could
Let's
possibly.
move then. Let's move off this terrible cliff edge.
The woman turns and looks towards Guel as she regains consciousness as you keep a hand towards her. Her whole body, having lost nearly its hue, as if she was, not by bludgeoning damage or anything like that, as if she was drowning or something, and the whole body is able to depict that. She turns and looks towards you, Guel, and her eyes widen. A whistling sound can be heard, quite potent, as well as out of dismay. Quickly enough, for those that are perceptive enough, do remember this woman as Master Vesner from the monastery. The one that was unable of speech. Maybe an oath of silence, or mute. You do not remember.
Jethris takes
Does
it.
she?
Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, does she look younger, older?
As you move a little bit closer, the trauma that she has taken is making it rather hard to ascertain the age of the woman, as you can clearly see that she is in stress.
Do you remember us?
Her head turns sharply towards Cedric's and lets a whistling go that does not stop. It creates unnerving to exceptionally those that are very highly perceptive, as it definitely does some sonic damage to them, not true damage, more so some damage to their ears, as they can hear that. Make me an insight check, Cedric.
Okay.
She looks frightened, terrified, and as if she had a profound realization. Though still, that does not allow you to let go of your ears as you are trying to cover them from that potent screech for a moment before she runs out of breath in doing so.
Jethris is gonna give her the blanket to keep warm in this frigid cold.
I think we need to go see what's going on up there.
She reaches to grab the blanket. As you give her the blanket, Jethros, she reaches for it, more to move it out of the way as her hand just phases through it. Goel, your grip on her starts to become loose. You feel as if you are, as you're holding her hand or her leg, I'll go with leg, as you hold her leg down, you feel as if you plunge your hand into her bone, and that shriek, nervous pain that you feel goes away as your hand phases through the body of the monk. It is clear that you see, once again, around here, expressions of pain, anger, You can see like a translucent image of her appearing next towards you, screeching. You can hear the sound. You can see another one roaring in pain as you hear a sound in the distance. After all, this loud noise has definitely grabbed some attention.
Goel is gonna throw her off the cliff.
Jesus.
You can use your first action in combat to do so, but for now I need initiatives because the creature is rushing towards you. The earth.
Are you throwing an innocent woman off the freaking...
She's turning into a whistler, I think.
A whistle? Oh, she's one of those.
Yeah, she was. We were phasing through her and stuff, and she is acting pissed at us.
What, she got infected, you think?
Remember, you have Bardic, Nate. If you so wish.
Why is my thing not rolling?
I will roll for the mules as well because they're trying to go away.
Wow, the initiative.
Could you roll for me? Because
Sure.
I don't know what's going on.
I will roll for you, and let's see if I'm gonna kill 2 more mules in this campaign. I will triple the amount of mules killed.
I better roll for Zephyra.
Zik, you are first.
Wow.
Okay. I'm not really sure what to do yet.
You hear the loud screech of the earth, like a creature that you fought back in Earthon once, and you've seen into the distance as the loud whistling of Master Vesna has piqued its attention.
Alright, I'm going to probably run past everyone in the group here. Try and split up a bit, get to this side. Actually, another 5 feet.
shit.
And then I will just take the dodge action, I guess, for now.
As Zik moves forward and tries to protect himself, Regulus, your turn.
This might sound a foolish use of a turn, but it did something before, and I don't know if it'll do it now. Regulus is going to move up here. Can I get into this spot, like here, up against the wall, or is there not in this?
That is wall. I can... Give me a second. I'll have to drag well here, so you can move either here or here. I'm okay with this one, if that's
Okay.
enough.
I will move there. I'm going to kneel beside her, and I'll look to Goel, and I'll say, keep her there, or just try to keep back the other thing. Flying one. I don't know if this will work, but I'm going to try it anyway. And I will take out a flute, and I will try to play back the whistle. I don't know. I don't know if I could try. It's something to try. Might be nothing, but
You move up forward and try to imitate the sound as you do so. Regulus, roll me a charisma check with your flute.
okay. Oh wait, so that's just performance? No, not performance. It's proficiency. So, where the hell's the? Can I have it in here? Okay, I'll just add flute.
Go for it.
How do I where is? Oh, there it is. I looked in the wrong spot. Charisma.
A good enough attempt as Regulus starts playing a loud whistling tone. After all, a wind instrument can definitely help that. And for sure, Regulus, You see, as the EoFH is moving towards there, it just turns its head towards you.
Excellent. Draw desire. Nothing happening with the
Nothing
lady.
so far. You can though see that her skin has nearly turned grayish.
Okay. So that was my action, I presume.
That is correct.
Okay. Bonus actions, not a whole lot. That's it. That's all I got.
Nathaniel, you are up next.
Okay. So we don't see the enemies yet?
Down left corner is the creature that is approaching.
Oh, got it. Okay. All right. Did not see it down there. Okay. All right. Let me zoom in. There we go. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and bonus action charge 3 Lapis Lunae. Well, let me see what the range is. 100 feet. Oh, boy. Okay. All right, then, you know what? I think he's out of my range right now, so I'm just going to take the dodge action. And bonus action, I will charge 3 Lapis Lunae.
Might as well, as the stones start to orb around Nathaniel and Zephyra. You are up next. What will Zephyra do, Regulus? Go ahead.
Zephyra will move up to here, up to. Ooh, that's a bad idea. She'll fly up to here, go invisible, and that's her turn.
The mule over here will attempt to move through Satrix and Nathaniel. Is any one of the two of them stopping it?
I'm not trying to stop it.
So I'll assume that
These
it does.
mules are laden with supplies, right? This is a supply run for the...
Yes, however, they probably, from what I'll assume, the monastery is towards there, or the hobgoblin workcamp, whatever it is, and they are on their way back. So
I'll try to stop them.
A little irregular, to say the very least. So roll me an athletics, Nathaniel, because the creature will attempt to move through you.
Okay.
For sure, Nathaniel does stop the mule for moving forward, keeping at its leash as Satrix. You are up next.
All right, we see this lizard-like thing incoming. I think I remember this from several sessions ago. She's gonna spread out just a little bit. And she's going to draw Solstice and take the dodge action. And that'll be it for her turn.
As Satrix moves a little bit to the back and prepares for the attacks of the creature will indeed start moving closer towards you, descending downwards, that is, over to here. And as it does so, it will focus its sight, well, not sight, its more gazing towards you, and with a loud roar, you will see the tremors in the air as the wind around seems to nearly break, and giving this damaged hue as the creature will strike everything in this line. Regulus, Goel, and Judas, make me your Constitution saving throws.
Constitution.
That is Constitution save. Yep.
Under your Judas, so that's a blessing. Ugh. I'm gonna use inspiration on that. That's better.
20 points of thunder damage then, Regulus, for you. As somebody is having issues with his internet, I assume that's Judas. In similar fashion, well, as well, you only take 20 points of thunder damage. As I'll wait for Judas to make his own save. I'll put the icon though to remember.
Do you think it's internet issues? Is that why my rolls are so slow? Can you
Could be, but this is also Discord and Roll20 setting different servers, I assume. So, can be the same thing exactly. As
That was weird.
no worries. If you're able, Judas, roll me a Constitution saving throw as well.
Why? I refuse to. No, I kid. I'll roll 1 second.
No
I
worries.
couldn't
It
hear.
is
Do I
for-
need to roll one?
No, Cedrix, it's a line, and it
Okay.
strikes Judas, Regulus, and Goel as the creature just focuses its sonic energy and bursts towards there, as Snowsong Spirit is up now.
Snowsong is going to charge. Do we see? I mean, yeah, he's gonna go try and climb up to where the spirit is. Try and get to safety, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
He's gonna action hide.
Snowsong quickly climbs and jumps up above as he tries to remain out of the gaze and out of the fight of that with that creature. As the other mule will, once a new attempt to move through Nathaniel, ignore the hooves, but it is the same as its athletics check. So roll me your athletics, Nathaniel, as the creature attempts to move through you. Once again, Nathaniel holds still of both of those mules as Jeffries. You are up next.
I am. Having a sneaking suspicion, Jethros will pick up the bell branch from where it hangs on his hat and will tap it against the wall here and use a bonus action to do the thing it does real quick. So let me link that again. It's just the first one. It just detects Fey Fiends undead.
The bonus action.
Yes, as a bonus action. Just to see if
You
this is what's
do-
happening right now.
You do notice that there is an aberration in front of you, and then it isn't, and then there is, and then it isn't, and then there is, then it isn't, and then there is.
And I guess seeing Goel prepping for what he said he was going to do is just going to give him a wary look. Unsure what to do at this point, and he'll try and send two mineral shots dragging from the wall where he tapped to small pebbles and throwing it directly at this thing's eyes.
Go for it.
Do I have a disadvantage because I'm close to this guy, or no?
Not yet.
Okie dokie. 17?
17 hits.
Bow for 12. Nice roll. And 12.
12 will not hit, as Jethro, you hear and strike towards the wings of the Ithak as it roars and screeches. I forgot to roll the recharge for it. It does not recharge the ability.
And I guess, seeing that this thing is might be turning into a whistler soon, Jethros is just gonna give Goel that look again and just sort of confirming that that's what's gonna happen and scramble away. Can I get right here next to Nathaniel, or is he blocking all the mules and I'm unable to get there?
You would have to move through the mules, and the mules will not allow you to do so because they are trying to leave themselves. They're not that intelligent to understand that you are an ally, so they will not allow you to do so.
And that'd be in like an acrobatics?
Yes, but you've used both action and bonus action. Tumble is either an action or
yeah,
a bonus
I
action.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Gotcha. I guess. Man, I really don't want to be anywhere near here. But it doesn't look like I can be anywhere else, so I'll end my turn.
And as Vesner slowly stands up, you see an eldritch sight phasing in and out. In some of her physical depictions, her characteristics are warped. No eyes, no nose, but always a mouth, a maw, and then sometimes in multiple places, even at her hands. And as he stands over there, she joins hands and removes any exhaustion she currently might have, as she will then phase and reappear over to here, moving in front of Zeke to stop him. Goel, you are up next. It was action and bonus action.
The dragon flying in is a hostile dragon, right?
That is correct.
And Vesner is
the one that you were holding a moment ago and then disappeared and moved in front towards Zeke, and you can see all of those horrid appearances around him.
She did not attack me, she just ran away. I'll throw some darts at this thing. Actually, before I do so, it's gonna be at normal, right? Where's that? Or is it disadvantage?
Disadvantage because of long range.
Alright. You know what? I'm gonna hunter's mark this thing. Hunter's mark on this, and I'll throw the darts.
Go for it.
Disadvantage, right?
That is correct.
Man, even rolling the dice normally is still like stuck on rolling dice.
Girl, make me your rolls. I will move on towards Zeke, as I think neither of those attacks will hit with a 2 and a 3. No way they do. As Girl focuses his attention towards the creature and hurls dart after dart on towards it, though the creature just spins around and avoids both of them as it sidesteps and whirls its wings around. Assume that's your turn, Girl?
Yes.
Zeke, you are up next.
Okay, I'm presuming Vesner is hostile, not just trying to stop me.
You can assume so. It seems safe to say from body language alone.
Okay. I'll just say to her, sorry about this, love, and I'm gonna pop out the arms. A key point. Not the extra damage. Whoops, roll bless. Anyway, and then I'll take 2 strikes against her. Pop up. Only 1 hit.
21 hits.
Okay. 6 force. And that is me.
As Zeke, you turn towards the creature, strike once and twice as your astral form phases and strikes through the phasing and fleeting form. Oh wait, no, I forgot that you always have disadvantage, so roll me once again, because you might not.
Is that
That would still hit. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
And roll me a d100.
Oh God. Okay.
Is it me or am I not on the list?
You are not. I was about to give you your 10 right after I was just typing something out, as for some reason you did not go into the list. Ron, what was your initiative, Judas?
It was 9. It was on
Okay.
the list. I was there, and it
Really?
disappeared. Yeah, I was there. I know, because I saw myself there. I was like, hey, it's in
That
there.
is
Initiative 9.1.
very weird. As Judas, take your turn right now. Also, make me the con save for the creature that.
I really did do the con save.
Okay, the 17. Okay, that is enough. So that means you take 20 points of thunder damage, have your 10, and you will obviously have a second one soon enough.
The creature takes this is
Half
a
damage.
throw. It's successful foe takes half damage in his dagger. There we go. It's just half damage already. Anyway. Judas not like. But Judas will do the considering the situation we're in, Judas will cast Bless. And I shall cast it on three villages of your choice. So myself, Gahol. I'll throw in Regulus because looks like we're in the line of being happily munched on by a giant creature of some kind. And then Judas will just stand there, hitting the sword, calling it out almost. And that will be me. Easy.
Regulus, you are up next.
Okay. Can I tell that Master Vesner is hostile?
You see that he is obviously trying to repel Zeke as well.
Okay, so I'm going to
And this whistling noise is starting to build up as well.
build up.
Building up, as you can slowly hear it even more potent in this aggressive and sinister, otherworldly melody you usually do.
Okay, I'm going to. Oh, this is a bit of a spend, but hopefully we don't want to deal with whatever is going on here. So I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at 4th level, and I'm going to target Master Vesner, and I'm going to twin it, and then also target the flying Girthak.
Go for it.
So I'm assuming they don't have, neither of them have like full cover or something for me.
Half covered only for Vesner, because Zeke is on the way, but for this creature it's too big to have any cover, so that means a +2 to Vesner's AC.
Okay, so where would I go that doesn't have that?
Here.
Oh. I can't even go like in front of Judas?
Zeke will still be on the way.
Okay. Well, +2 is not awful. Alright, so this is a Guiding Bolt. I will do this one first at the Master over there.
Go for it.
Cool.
As a gleam of energy light appears into your hands and you manage to hurl, though agile as Vesner might be, she will still get hit by that attack.
If I recall, and I might screw myself over here, is she like a Whistler and has disadvantage?
See, you do have the disadvantage, yes, that is correct. Roll me once again.
Man, if this is a crit, I'm gonna peg for a fucking inspiration to use on it. Right. Oh, well, it's better damage.
But will a 14 hit is the question. If it hits, I'm
I-
gonna keep the damage, but go for it.
I'm going to use Favored by the Gods and roll 2d4.
Go for it.
D4. That's 2d5. I'm an idiot. 2d4.
That is 17 in total. As Regulus, you create, conjure a gleam of light and hurl it towards Master Vesna.
I
Christian?
so badly don't I want this to hit because it's a 4th level spell slot, but I'm not sure if that +2 AC is gonna screw me. Come on, I rolled a single digit. If I inspit, does that re-roll the damage or just re-roll the d20?
I mean, roll me the d20, just don't roll me damage again. I'm okay with that.
Okay. Roll d20 plus 8. Oh my fucking god.
As the bolt of light will not hit.
Pain. Alright, well I'll try and hit the Earthsack then instead. Well, with a twin guiding bolt.
Go for it. That definitely hits. At least you got some good damage here as well. Not as great, but definitely potent damage. As regularly, you sure do bursts of energy, but you are starting to get tired from all of this shenanigans and the displacement around, as well as you will into the distance as you hurl one shot towards your attack. You will notice some strange coloration into the sky, similar to what Nathaniel and Cedric described earlier on, but it completely fades right after. Anything else regular?
I don't think so. Nope, that's it.
Nathaniel, you're up next.
Ah, that must have been painful. Okay. I think I just want to kind of test the capabilities of our enemies before I commit more resources to the fight. So let's try a Toll the Dead on the flying creature. Going to be a DC 18 Wisdom save. Yowzer.
That it will not make.
All right, so that's going to be what, 2d12 or 2d8?
2d12. The creature has taken damage.
10 points of necrotic damage.
No resistances whatsoever as Nathaniel, you speak words of power that you can see. As you focus your gaze towards the artifact, it sidesteps a little bit, and as your gaze locks on it, you slowly turn its wings into a paler, much more pale and white texture as they start. You can clearly see that the creature is in pain. Anything else, Nathaniel?
Bonus action, I will charge my staff, Lunar Reckoning, and then end my turn.
And Zephyr is up next.
Is it possible to tie off the reins of the donkeys?
I guess you made both saves prior, so you can just tie them off together so it is harder for them to move. I'm okay with that. You put effort into that, and that is more than. Anything else for Zephyr is up next?
Yeah.
Regulus?
Oh, Zephyra.
Yeah.
Invisibly, she will fly over to here. She's gonna dash and sort of get into a position, basically just like hiding amongst Zeke's astral self. But in his space, basically.
Mm-hmm. Might as well. Satrix, you are up next.
All right, so she's going to go ahead and get a running start. And as she kind of runs past Nathaniel here, probably gives him like a split second of a heart attack because it totally looks like she's just going to run and jump off the cliff. But she's going to use her bonus action to transform and start flying as she jumps off the cliff instead. And she's going to use her action to dash. So she's able to get all the way up, but not really do anything there with 60 feet of movement. And yeah, that's her turn.
Now it should be the time that I say your ability doesn't work and you fall to your death. But this
and
is not
I
the
fall to my death now. Yeah.
As Sadrix flies towards there, everyone kind of just holds it for a moment, gives a minor heart attack to everyone looking towards there as Sadrix takes flight once again, and the EoFH will move closer towards her and attempt to strike at her, making an attack with its bite.
That hits.
For 22 points of piercing damage as the creature bites on towards Sadrix and then flies to get closer towards the rest. You can make him an opportunity attack, Sadrix.
All right. I'll definitely
Sorry.
do that.
Before you do so, I forgot the creature has flyby, which is shame, but that is what the creature has.
So sad.
It is. As the creature will then move towards there and upon its movement will attempt to just drag and claw Jeffrus.
Mm-hmm. That
22.
Just barely hits.
For a lot of damage, it also will knock you prone, and the creature makes a spinning maneuver to tower above Jeffrus, and then as it is about to return towards Sadrix. But on its turn, that will be, as on its next turn, that is, as Judas, you are up next. I will roll for its recharge, which it does not.
I'm curious. If I walk do a spider walk down here, can I attack it, or is it?
It is on your level, so moving downwards, you will have a lot of distance.
That's what I wanted to. Just wanted to make sure. So it's on my level, 20 feet away, and that's 15 feet down. But not in my level. I really need to get guys. You need to get me some range weaponry, maybe some javelins or something, eh? No, jumping will not work.
You do have the speed to jump, though it might not be a great idea. That's two different things. You do have this.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think jumping will work.
Yeah.
I mean, one can hope, but no. And remember, everybody, me, Gohal, and Regulus, did I say? Remember, you got Bliss.
Yes.
Oh, you still do?
Yes.
Yeah. I just cast it the previous turn.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, luckily I can move across. I can actually get here and get spider walk. Spider walk does whatever spider walk does. Cool. Yeah, I can actually get behind her. You just see Judas make a running start and he goes. It must have looked impressive. We were running against the wall. Anyway, and as we are attacking this thing, right?
That is correct.
I shall assist my fellow friend Zeke in this endeavor. I get advantage because this time it is not, right? It's not large or gargantuan or something.
If it was huge, you wouldn't. But it also has blindside. As you turn to strike towards Vesner, and she is able, with uncanny sense, to react to your hit. However, you still might hit. Who knows?
Ah, so blindside. Okay, that's interesting. So
with disadvantage, then.
I thought trim. Why disadvantage?
Blurred form.
Blurred form. So just curious. Blindside just it's. I thought it was trim.
Against flanking.
Blindside. Against flanking, blindside as well. Okay. It is technically considered a humanoid, correct?
Jeffers is able to say that sometimes maybe, sometimes not.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Well,
still
the reason
in
why-
between the
reason-
transition, as you can tell.
Well, then I will use an attack action to make a charisma deception roll contested to the target's wisdom insight check. If it succeeds, I have attacks target against it has advantage and ends until the end of my next
Next
turn.
turn. Roll me your deception. As you speak a few words to beguile and draw her attention, and she is off guard. Your second attack then is at normal now.
Fucking.
But you do have the advantage for the next turn as well. Keep it at it.
Yeah, I know. It's just 10, seriously. Oh, wait, I forgot. Okay. Would Blaze assist? Would a 6 on Blaze actually? Oh, can I be
4, but no, it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. As Judas, you attempt to strike, but she's able to avoid the attack. Any bonus actions?
None.
Anything for Snowsong, go ahead.
I'm sorry?
Anything for Snowsong. Snowsong's standing, he's hidden up there.
Give me 1 second. Yeah, he's just gonna walk up a little bit closer to Goel, but still up there. Keep hiding.
Jeffries, you are up next.
What to do? I guess just back up Shatrix best he can. The mules still haven't settled down, correct? They're still blocking the way.
Nathaniel has died then. You do have a bonus action if you want to move through them. You can use a bonus action to try and tumble.
I'd like to do that and get on the other side. That's possible. So
Need to roll
acrobatics.
more than a 7. Yeah.
Yep. Sorry, gotta load it. 18.
To here it's 20 feet, because moving through it will be hard terrain, but you are able to do so.
All right, sounds good to me. Rolls over one of the mules' backs and tucks himself behind Nathaniel, and will, I guess, just get a little bit further back, trying to spread out, knowing that thing can hit him from far. And yeah, he'll send two more mineral shots at this thing's hind end. So,
First attack is at advantage then, because the creature got shot by a guiding bolt.
oh,
so,
it did. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me roll that again.
Yep.
26
That hits.
for 10 points. And one more. Ooh, 18.
That hits.
Nice. For 1 point.
Jeffrey from behind uses his magic to continue harming the creature, and the guy's Jeffrey.
Nope, that's bonus action, and that's everything. That's my turn.
Master Vessel will turn towards you, Judas, and towards Zeke, and will attempt to strike once towards Zeke. I think that hits.
That definitely hits.
Once towards you, Judas. I think that hits.
Sheesh.
And as he makes 2 quick strikes, she will use an action to try and shove Zephyra further, indicating that it has sight on it. Blind sight, that is.
Why are you shoving the snake?
I'm kind enough to not make a strike first.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I'm kind.
I'm
Acrobatics or athletics?
Oh wait, no, she can see me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the worst one. Dexterity, but you know.
As the vessel once again phases out and in front of Judas to stop him from moving any further, Goel, it is your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw some darts at it. Dart time. Do have less. I do have enough darts. Dart. Oh, it finally came through. Okay.
It's also some extra Hunter's Mark damage because you roll an extra d6. So, not d4. Oh,
D4
for the second attack. Yep, that hits. Also the second one damage.
So 2d6.
2d6 for the first one and 1d6 for the third one because Hunter's Mark still crits.
Oh, okay.
Good damage, surprisingly, with your tail spikes as well. With his weapon down on the ground, grabs 2 spikes and hurls them once again, rolling towards the creature. Anything else?
Oh, that's it.
And Zik, you are up next.
With a quick glance, can I see anything up ahead of us? Like that way?
Up forward, the path tilts and turns, but you cannot see something into the distance that will give you any sort of information. You will need to move all the way first to here before you're able to gaze towards the monastery or anything like that.
Alright, well, Vester seems pretty keen on stopping us, so I'm going to... Get around... Yeah, I'm gonna run. I can get the whole way there by running along the wall around her with my monk thing. My cool monk shit. And I'll action dash up ahead towards wherever this is, 100 feet. Let's see if I can see anything around there.
Give me a second, girl. I can... As you will see something rather big. As you move towards there, Zik, everyone can hear a loud thunder, slam, a booming echo from there. As far into the distance, you do see a very erratic silhouette. As a creature standing about 40 feet tall stands further away in there as its maw is filled with tentacles.
God.
The monastery seems to be in ruins. Did you take an opportunity attack as you did that? I didn't check how you were moving, Zig. Sorry.
I went up around the wall, so it would have been like 10 feet ahead of her.
That is okay, yes. Anything else, Zig?
Just standing in sheer awe and terror, that is me.
Regulus, you are up next.
Regulus looks over towards what's going on out here. Judas in the middle of a fight with Master, and then Zeke just gunning it up a cliff. Regulus will look. Okay, I'm going to run 30 feet this way. Up to here. Then she'll have cover for me right here, right?
Yeah.
Aim. Okay, then I will I can't do that either. If I do that, I can't cast the main spell I want. Whatever. I will bonus action activate Misty Step from my Fey Touch feat. Teleport up here. And then I will immediately turn around, sort of like 2 finger guns pointed back, and I will twin spell a firebolt. One at her, one at the Earthak. So
a disadvantage still, but at the very least not covered.
Okay. Disadvantage on her. Well, suppose I deserve that one. Somewhere along the line.
That's why saving throws are good against these guys.
Yes, well, I know my luck with saving throws. Anyways, main attack, or the other attack, gonna go to the Earthak at normal.
Go for it.
Deep sigh.
Sadly, 13 will also not hit Regulus. Not a good day for your rolls, as it seems. Two-dimensional dice jail, those creatures.
That was my movement, bonus action. I'll look, just yell up towards Zeke. I don't know if he's off the map or if he's standing up there. Regulus will just yell out, Zeke, stop! Where are you going?
Zeke's just staring up at the thing.
Nathaniel, your turn.
All right. So Zeke is basically running off towards the monastery. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna park a moonbeam on top of this Master Vesner person, and I will shout to Judas, "Keep her in the moonbeam, if you can."
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be my action. And I think I might just reposition, maybe get into a better position, maybe like right here, and then end my turn.
Zephyr is up next as Nathaniel comes down a shearing beam powered and scorching with the light of the moon. As Zephyr is up next.
Zephyra is going to move up to pretty much no winning. If she moves, she can't do much anyway. So Zephyra is going to go out here. That's probably going to get her killed too. When we encountered that big creature before, did it seem like it had blind sight?
The massive one, yeah, it doesn't seem to have any eyes, if you remember correctly. It relies only on sound, hence why it came here.
Alright. Then Zephyr is going to just fly 40 feet out of opportunity attack range here. Dash. Sort of attach herself to Regulus again.
Shatrix, you are up next.
All right. She's going to go ahead, kind of still staying next to the dragon creature. I guess is that where she'd have to be then. She's going to go fly around to the other side, kind of try to distract it a little bit, and she's going to take her strikes. Oof, that misses.
That hits.
All right, and then since that one hit, I'm going to use a superiority die, and I don't remember, so this might be wasted. I don't remember if it can be frightened or not, but we'll attempt to see if it maybe can be frightened. It's DC 17. I thought I really unchecked that thing. I'll investigate it later.
The EoFH is frightened of you as Citrix. You swing once, but the second strike just barely cuts and pierces through its ears and the massive hole in there, and the creature is in so much pain that starts to redirect itself further away from you.
All right, and then I guess I'll just go for it. I'm gonna go ahead and action surge and hit it 2 more times.
Go for it. That hits. That hits.
And then bonus action, she's going to go ahead and cast Shield of Faith on herself, and you'll just see kind of like the light that comes off of her on her sword kind of just like coalesces around her a little bit. She starts glowing even more, if that's even possible. And that's all. That's my turn. I guess since one of those hit, I guess I lied. I'm sorry. One more thing. I don't. It's too large for me to try to push, right?
I don't remember how the attack is worded. I think the Battle Master maneuver allows you to do so. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, this is all that it requires of you.
Okay.
Oh, no. And if the target is large or smaller, yes.
Yeah, I think it's too big, right?
Yeah, it is too big. It is huge.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then yeah, at that point, then never mind. I'm sorry. I'm done.
As well, you did not knock me prone. I'm not gonna do the same to you either. As the creature is in pain and fleeing away from you, it will attempt to bite you before turning away. It has disadvantage on the attack, so I will re-roll that. 23?
23 definitely still hits. AC's 22 now.
As the EoFH will just bite towards you to try and fend you off, and nearly backpedaling and flying away from you, the creature will fly closer towards Joel and Nathaniel, and will make a claw attack towards Goel, who has done quite the damage to it. Does 16 hit you, Goel?
16 does not.
As the creature makes the circular movement and ends its turn right here. And Judas is our next. No opportunities attacks as the creature has flyby. I will remind people. And go ahead, Judas.
Damn, the creatures around me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, it actually does hit me because I don't.
Oh, okay. I clicked your token and it said 17, but for some reason that probably is flawed. So make me a strength saving throw. Yeah.
I don't have my weapons out.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Wait, this character has dual wielder, right?
Yeah. So make me your strength saving throw as I will move towards Judas for the time being, as the creature just spears with its claws back down towards Goel. Wait. I do have disadvantage in the attack though, because I'm still frightened. I would have hit that. Go ahead, Judas, your turn.
Anyway, I'll attack this one. Advantage, disadvantage, normal. So, come on. Judas hears Nathaniel's call. I'm going to try and keep this thing here. He feels the hot wings and breath and almost wind coming from behind him as he pulls his sword backwards and comes in for a slice. 19 hit.
19 hits.
And I will drop a first level smite in there. 2d8, right?
2d8.
And then I will, for the second time, try and hit again. Oh!
Should know.
Sadly, you've already smited for the turn, but it's still a very potent hit. This is all on Vesner, correct?
If his law dictates, how was I supposed to know? Yeah, this is on that one.
As a whole lot of damage, as she will take as Judas you turn. I, for a moment, was confused, Jethros. As you turn towards the vessel and slash once with might, and you overpower her as you turn for a second strike. As Snowsong is up next.
Just one thing. I just wanted to make sure of something. Yes. Yes, no song goes along. I'll follow it up in a second.
Is this on the massive EoFH, I'll assume?
Yeah. Does that not hit?
That, oh wait, I forgot that this is an 11. An 11 sadly does not hit. I was looking at the charts and I got frightened that I might go prone. But 11 does not hit as it also jumps towards there to bite the wing.
Is it advantage if it's frightened, or?
No. The creature has disadvantages.
That's Snowsong's turn.
As Snowsong rushes towards there and attempts to bite the wings of the creature, Jeffries, you are up next.
Alas, what can I do? But, Steel Warlock. Yeah, Jethros will walk up to the mules, I guess. On the ledge right here where it's dangerous. And he'll fire another 2 mineral shots at this dude. It just took us.
Go for it.
13.
13 does not hit.
28.
28 does.
For 7 points. And
7 points of damage as you turn towards the EoFH and hurl quick shots of energy.
I guess, who is within 60 feet of me right now? I guess Judas is the one in immediate danger right now. He'll bardically inspire Judas. I don't know how. That's my turn.
As Vesser, at the start of your turn, needs to make first a con saving throw against the Moonbeam. I doubt that they make. I fail, I'm pretty sure. So Nathaniel, roll me the damage for the Moonbeam. As you see, Judas striking once towards Vesna, and as the blade goes down, he licks at his blade and spills a little bit of blood towards it for an even more potent strike. The Moonbeam sears on towards Vesna, as not only she takes 13 points of damage, but she also becomes bloodied. And she, in turn, will bonus action move to phase towards Regulus, as she will attempt to knock him back. Make me your acrobatics, Regulus.
Okay.
As she moves and tries to phase you back, she will move to the side and attempt a second strike towards you. Does 21 hit you, Regulus?
Regulus just is on a purpose and just smashes it away with the staff as I cast shield.
A bulwark of energy appears. Ansi will try once again to knock you to the ground, to knock you back. But that is nearly a fail. Well, I guess if you roll a 1, it's a succeed. Not a 1, but still low, but not enough to bring you down. As she attempts to push you out of the way, and she will even and she will start moving toward, not towards you. She stands there to guard the path. As Goel, you are up next.
Is this enemy a dragon?
It is not. It is a monstrosity. Though it looks dragon-like in appearance, it's more like a crocodile and more closer to a reptile than it is to a dragon.
All right, I'm gonna bonus action adrenaline charge for full movement. I think that's 35, and then I use the rest of my movement to go up to this thing, seeing what it's trying to do. And
over to here, if you're able to just make a jump.
Yeah, I can.
Over there. Yeah.
Can I do for my first attack? Try to shove it.
You can.
All right. What is it?
You make an athletics. I make an acrobatics.
All right.
I rolled a 22.
Let's see. Athletics with. Ooh. It's the same modifiers. Just it's all about rolls.
Mm-hmm. Coin flip.
Yeah. I'm gonna attack this thing with my second attack.
Advantage, it's at normal because of the blurred form, but also your pack tactics through the amulet, so go for it. That will hit.
Let me take off that. Is it a favored enemy? Is it humanoid or?
It is a. Well, I guess half turns it's a humanoid, half turns it's an aberration. So 1 it's a humanoid this turn, 2 is an aberration. Right now it's an aberration.
Okay, let me take it off. Very nice.
As you turn towards the creature and start smacking with your warhammer, anything else, Goel?
No. What's the rest of my movement? I still have.
I think you started right next to Nathaniel, somewhere here, so 5 feet, something like that should be at max.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and block her way. That's my turn.
Zeke, your turn.
Alright, seeing this go down, Zeke's gonna run back to next to Goel. Actually, behind Goel. And then be like reaching over. I'll take 2 strikes. 15 hit.
Neither of those, however, will hit. As if you move behind, towards her and through her phasing form, it is very hard to connect and strike on towards her.
I will flurry of blows with a shot. 17?
Sadly, it's not enough, Zeke.
Okay. Go monks. Alright. That's me then. That's all I can do.
As you turn towards Vesna and attempt to bring her down with multiple attacks, she phases through every single one of your hits. As Regulus, you are up next.
Okay. Don't really know what the. Regulus is going to reach out with his hand, and he goes to shocking grasp, but he will then slam his palm into the ground, and I will use Sacred Flame instead. Make a dex save. I'm assuming they're good at that, but.
Oh no, which one? Sorry, I didn't see. The big one or Vesna?
Master Bencher.
He's actually pretty good at those, but fails when I roll a 5. Should be.
Okay. So that's where is that? Sacred Flame. It's okay. That was my action. And I haven't got much as a bonus action.
Guess you can
I
command
will-
Zephyria.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, probably an
Yeah.
idea. I will command her to take a bite, even though she's probably gonna have a trouble as well.
Go for it, at disadvantage, but who knows?
Yeah.
Snake tries to bite, but fails to do so as the visitor phases through and avoids the attack. Anything else for Regulus?
That'll be it.
Nathaniel, your turn.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna move 30 feet closer to the edge of my moonbeam. Looks like Master Vesner is a bit slippery. We can't keep her pinned down, it seems. Let's give it one more shot. I'll use my action to move the moonbeam over Master Vesner. And again, shout to my comrades, try to keep her pinned in there. Maybe we'll be able to do it. Maybe. Who knows? And then bonus action. You know, I think what I'll actually do, yeah. Nah, that's too risky. Yeah, oh gosh, come on. Stay there. There we go. Okay. Yeah, bonus action, no bonus action for me. That'll end my turn.
Zephyria is up next.
Zephyra's going to take the distract action on Master Vestra.
And I assume that will be as the snake just attempts to grab at the hair or any appendage and limb of the once mute monk as Satrix. You are up next.
All right, so she's gonna continue going after this flying monstrosity. So she's going to fly up to it over here. Yeah, right there. And then she's gonna go ahead and take her 2 strikes at it.
Move 5 feet extra, so you're on the edge of the circular ring, the tokens area. But yeah, you do have the speed to do
Yeah,
so.
I have the movement. Do I need to move like here?
Yeah,
Okay.
that is.
All right, and she'll take her 2 strikes.
That hits, and that as well.
All right, and she's will attempt once again, see if it still can be afraid.
Let's find out. It once again will be, so I'm not gonna remove the icon.
And bonus action, this time on my turn, I'm going to second wind, and that'll be everything from me.
Roll me the damage for the other attack. You only rolled for 1 attack damage.
Oh, okay. Did it go through that time?
I don't see it as far as I know. For another 13 points of damage, that will be enough damage to cause the creature to bleed. And in pain as the creature is and afraid of you, Satrix, it will fly up and above away from you, and moving away, it will attempt to make a single attack towards either Snowsong, Judas, or Nathaniel. In that order, 1 is Snowsong, 2 is Judas, 3 is Nathaniel. Towards Snowsong, with disadvantage, it will make a single attempt. Nuts. I think that hits, though.
Oh, yeah.
As it will strikes Notion for 21 points of damage and will grapple it as it starts flying up above into the distance. And Judas, you are up next.
Everything. Now it's gone straight up, didn't it?
Yeah.
So even if I walk on the wall here going up, I won't be able to reach him. So
You should be able to do so if you have. I'll say that this is a reasonable distance, 35 feet above you. The creature can just make a 90-degree turn to go upwards.
Okay, so I can spider walk up. Spider walk up. Smack the thing in the face. Okay, let me attack. Just normal.
Yep.
That's not gonna hit.
That's not gonna hit it, truly.
Wow, I really. Can I get my sword back?
16 of the deadliest will hit. That does hit.
40 points of damage. That's me.
As Judas moves up the way through the wall and slashes out of the creature, giving it an extra reason to flee, Snowsong is up next.
Snowsong is gonna try and bite it.
Okay, Snowsong also took 21 points of slashing damage, just to make sense. Bite me with advantage.
Does it carry over the hunter's mark, or is that not?
That does not work. It is disadvantage because Snowsong is restrained, but 14, regardless, will suddenly not be enough as Snowsong attempts to bite at the creature, but fails to do so. Anything else for Snowsong?
Just sad little barks.
As Jeffress, you are up next.
Okay. Can I get it right here if I tumble past the donkeys again?
Sure.
Okie dokie. Bonus action acrobatic.
They're not going to stop you this time because they're not stopping you from going towards there. So only
Excellent.
the other way.
Just remember. Sorry, my cat. And he will pull out the Cittern and try the thing that he's tried like 5 times and hasn't done anything. But seeing that this fella is not someone we want to leave, and that it's fleet of foot when it is on foot, Jethris will use the Cittern to cast Levitate on it. DC
On which one? Vesper? That is.
Vesper. Just trying to get its feet off the ground. Yep, that figures.
As she will, she starts hovering, phasing around, she seems to be able to reach on the ground and slam with your hand and cause your magic to foil as it creates a soft tremor around, interacting with the bardic magic you inspire. Anything else, Jeffrey?
I don't know. Goel is not raging, correct?
No.
Can you reckless while you rage? I have no idea. Never mind. I'll inspire Goel, I guess. With whatever magic is left from the fucking bullshit performance.
The mode of energy as he strikes to the ground and creates a soft crater. You can see the sound around here resonates and creates soft depictions and images of nodes that hover around Goel. As Vesler will once again use her phasing step to disappear and reappear in between Goel and Zeke, as she will channel the strange whistle towards the two of them. Both Goel and Zeke, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Does she have to do anything for the moonbeam?
At the start of her turn, yes, it needs to make a con save. Thanks for reminding me. I totally forgot that. I think she fails. I think Nathaniel say DC is 18, but I could be wrong.
Hey, okay.
Yeah,
Do I
it's
have-
18.
Can I use my inspiration from Jethris to
Yeah.
add to my
For saving
14?
throws?
You can. Though I think with a 16 you make it because the DC is 16.
No, Judas is not near me. It's +2.
Oh, you have Judas. Okay, yeah. So you roll a D8
One
and roll me the damage, Nathaniel. I'll take 16 points of damage with. That's not. You definitely make it, and I think Goel, you also take 6 plus something temp.
You get 11 temporary hit points.
As
Wisdom
both
save,
of
don't I?
you make the saving throw. No, it was only Goel and Zik. Two creatures of Vessa's choice. As Goel, it is your turn.
I'm going to bonus action rage and attack it twice. Normal, right?
Hmm.
That is correct, yes, for you. Advantage is normal. That hits. And that hits as well. For 9.
The +2. Favored? Is it favored?
I guess last turn it was an aberration. Now I'm okay counting her as humanoid as her form is shifting and her more humanoid aspects come out of this turn, so plus. Oh, rage as well, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So another 18 points of damage as well. You turn, and as you're able to surround her, you just mold down, hoping to bring her down. She's able to take it, and you can see all of those depictions of pain around her, all as she phases in and out. And anything else, Goel?
No, that's it. Actually,
Zeke.
I'll
Go ahead, Goel.
right here.
Zeke, you are up next.
Okay, first pop, second pop.
That hits.
I
Okay.
will stunning strike.
Roll me the damage first. 8 points of damage, and I need to make a con saving throw.
DC 16? 16. Okay, stunned.
Blurred form goes away. You now have advantage.
Okay. I'd be at normal though, right?
No, at advantage, because I think the blurred form does not work when she's incapacitated, and she is incapacitated. So you only have advantage now.
Yeah, but that thing from earlier.
It's on strength and dexterity ones, not on wisdom ones.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, I wasn't sure. Sick. All right, never mind then. Perfect. I will take flurry of blows. You already said that. Pop.
That hits.
7. And pop. Oh, 27.
No matter what you roll on the second one, how you want to do this?
Hey, okay. Yeah, the astral self. As soon as I just catch a single hit on Master Vester's like stomach and stunner, it just starts mauling her. And that's that.
And as you put an end towards your final strike onto her face, and she drops to the ground unconscious, you can see her phasing form, this fleeting form, just all images and versions of herself seem to be in pain and slowly dispersing, and so will her body. Any movement, anything else?
All my movement. Presuming these guys have got. I'll move up to here anyway, and that's me.
Regulus, you are up next.
Is Snow Song teeth attached to the Earthak? Or is he climbing?
It is grappled. The Earthak used the snatch on towards it, so it is restraining him. The creature has him grappled.
This is Does that? I'll look over to Zeke. Did you see anything dangerous up at the top?
Oh, big fucker! Like, it's a bit scary down there. Or up there, I should say.
Close?
I think that wasn't Kaz's doorbell. Kaz, was it close? Yes, it was Kaz's doorbell.
To a bigger distance, but safer. Not safer, sorry. To a bigger distance for sure, not that close. It is about 200 feet from there, something like that.
Okay.
Okay, then I won't use what I was going to use. So I will just move to... I guess I don't need to. I'll point at the Yurthak, and I will cast Guiding Bolt at 2nd level. Or... yeah, I'll cast that 2nd level.
Go for it. Redemption comes at the very end, as that is 37 points of damage, right?
Something like that.
A glowing mote of light as coalesces into existence on Regulus' hand. You hurl towards the creature and slam it, searing the creature in scorching light and baking it in it as now its vulnerable spots. So, anything else, Regulus?
Unfortunately, I don't think this thing has flyby, right? So even if Judas is close enough, it doesn't have flyby, does it?
It does have flyby, yes.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I'll yell out to Nathaniel. I'll say, Nathaniel, if you have anything, get it. And that'll be my turn. Actually, I'll move, actually. Then
Go ahead. Nathaniel, you are up next.
So Regulus, were you pointing at the flying creature when you shouted that?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. Well, let's see. I guess I'll hit it with something heavier than my moonbeam then. So we'll do a guiding bolt. We'll try maybe I think level 1 should do it. Hopefully this thing's near. It looks pretty beat up, Kazan, like it's close to dying.
It was bloodied when it took that heavy hit from Regulus. So it's not. However, they do have a lot of hit points. They're very potent creatures, but still, it has taken a massive beating.
You also have advantage.
Okay. Trying to see if I have something I can use to control it, but I don't. All right. Let's do let's see who's after me. Shatrix. Shatrix, your fly speed is 30, right?
Yeah, just the same as my walking speed.
Oh, okay. Shatrix, then Judas. Well, I'll just do the best I can. The best I can do is a 3rd level guiding bolt. So I'll hit it with everything I can at range. It's as good as it gets. 3rd level guiding bolt, inbound.
At advantage, if you didn't already have a check.
With advantage, okay.
Do it.
I'll roll twice. I think I forgot to tick advantage. All right, so 28 to hit.
28 hits.
All right. And a third level guiding bolt, I think, is going to be 66.
That is correct.
All right. So here is 66.
Oh, yeah. That is that is not what I expected from WT. I was already typing 20 something minus to the hit points of the creature, but here I come trying to be all smart and wise about all this. However, Nathaniel still hurls a bolt at a precise point. However, with Snowshock biting towards it, the creature just spins around a little bit and hits it at half its potency, but still a potent hit. The creature still glows with light. Anything else, Nathaniel?
That's it. I think at least the next attack will have advantage if anybody can get a shot off at it, but that'll end my turn.
Anything for Zephyra? Regulus?
Zephyra is just gonna take the hide action.
Satrix, you are up next.
All right, she's just gonna kind of fly overhead as far as she can get, which is only like there. So she'll move there, and then it's glowing. She'll kind of like hold up her sword and kind of try to channel that light, and she will also cast Guiding Bolt. Just a first level though, because that's all I've got.
Go.
All right, let's see, where are you, Guiding Bolt? There you are.
Not a critical, but still hits.
Let's see if your first level guiding bolt does more damage than my third.
That will be sad, but it's probably going to be the case. Wow. That's an insane amount of damage coming out from that.
Only 2 points off max damage. It's just 6 for 6/6.
What the hell? I'll say, Trix, you turn the horticulture and hurl another burst of pure light, and the creature is extremely and heavily wounded. Anything else, Satrix?
Nope, that's all I've got.
Okay, the creature is going to be like, okay, you guys are hurting me, so I'm gonna take my leave. The creature will actually take the dash action, but before it does so, it will let Snowsong drop from that, from upwards. Satrix, you are directly below it, so you can make an extended saving throw to avoid the Snowsong and let him crash, or share the damage from
Jethris casts
the fall.
Featherfall on the dog.
Ignore what I was saying, because Jethris is ready to act. As Snowsong starts falling, Jethris uses a little bit of magic, and Snowsong, hearing a very charming melody onto his ears, is able to mitigate his fall, as the creature will fly away into the distance. And I don't think you actually stand a chance catching up to him.
You see just the rock along the wall will just curl out and just catch him lightly and start lowering Snowsong to the ground. That's it.
And just to do a quick, I'll fast forward a bit because I actually have to go, but I'll fast forward you a little bit. As you grab your remains, you look around to what there is and grab those mules to follow you to the monastery. Quick enough, Zik explains that he saw something terrible up ahead, and lo and behold, soon you shall see it too. As with me, roll 20. In way better shape than when you visited the Hobgoblin War Camp, but destroyed recently. Just now, this place seems to be. The ruins of the gates and everything are still around, as you see around monks, dead, litter on the ground. And by the time you reach there, you hear a very loud and potent thunder booming sound emanating from the middle of it. And the creature is down on the ground and dead And this is where we're gonna pause until next week.
Ah,
Oh, look at there, Kali and Woodland.
I will leave right now that I actually have to go, but I hope you enjoyed today's session. Sadly, it was a little bit cut short, but have a good week. Enjoy. If you have something to add, have something to say, or need to run something by me, send me a message. See you soon.